All right, so this is roster review with Cubs. We did the same thing on his channel. Basically,
it's our last video.
Yeah, it's our last video. We've knocked out like 6 videos in probably like 5 hours here. It's gonna be great. But basically, we're looking at relics, and he's gonna ask me why I picked this relic, why did I do this one, and then we're gonna talk about who should I relic next. So this is like relic review. Go over to Cubs channel. We did the same thing. And let's just start at the top. Where are we at?
Yeah, so what I'm seeing right away is a lot of this makes a ton of sense with General Anakin Skywalker. Because you've got the Relic 4 B1, you've got B2, you've got your Grievous. You don't have your Night Sisters though, but that mission wasn't quite as challenging.
No, I didn't need it for my Night Sisters. So if I'm being fair, some of these, like the B1 battle droid and the B2 super battle droid, was one, I don't hate them. They're good.
You gotta love that B1 though.
The B1 is
B1
amazing.
makes a huge difference. I'm so jealous of that.
Yeah, B1, and but it was mostly because of the General Anakin Skywalker event. Which at the end of the day, I've done some testing. Really, you probably can get away with just doing Droideka, but Droideka's actually not that great in the Grievous team overall.
Yeah.
I mean, people
he can nuke single characters though, like that.
Yeah, but people often substitute out for Watt. People are substituting for Newt with this, as long as the Newt has the Zeta on his unique.
Right.
So there's a lot of, definitely Droideka was the most optional, but in that event he was not. But if I'm being frank, I don't know if I would have relicked B1 or B2 if it wasn't for the General Anakin.
I think
event.
B2 especially. B1 I feel like makes a lot more sense. When you're putting Grievous on defense and you have that constant onslaught of AoE from B1, that just completely eats your team alive.
Yes.
When you've got the relic on him, and so, that's something though. Even B2, having B2 this is something that I do, the silver lining, I think, for some of these events. I mean, I get annoyed by the requirements, but now look at what you've got.
Right.
Having 3 out of 5 characters on Relic for your Grievous team, that benefits you tremendously in Grand Arena.
And maybe it's just me, but when I go up against a fully Relic B2 with a Bastila Lead Jedi team, I actually have difficulty getting through the B2 fast enough.
Yeah,
and so
that's the key for that counter is you've got to get B2 out of there.
Yeah, avoid doing AoE. You don't want him to get turn meter. You kind of want to just focus fire down on him. And then I was running into trouble with the Droideka one-shotting my Jolie. So some of this right here, this Jolie relic and this Grandmaster Yoda relic was in response to me coming against players that basically had to relic their droids team to get gas as well. So it's like,
it work?
I'm having a hard time with my Bastila. Like I recently went into territory wars with my guild, and they said, "Hey, use Bastila Lead with both Yodas," and I actually went out of my way and picked the most relicked droid team, and I lost.
Oh no!
I mean, I did it on purpose because
you felt like you had the power.
No, I want to see, because everybody keeps telling me that the Bastila's lead, and I've been using JKR lead instead and not having any troubles, and so, but I don't get as many points.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
see, I felt like while JKR is a better lead, Bastila just gives you that added security from that initial onslaught of attacks. And so
if you don't get through B2, it doesn't matter.
Personally had no problems with it, but yeah, if you can't get through B2, and then the Revan lead, you got more damage, right? And so you can probably get through B2 a bit faster. So.
I need to actually sit down for a couple hours on Twitch and test it all out again, because I did it, and I was actually struggling with Bastila lead on with the test accounts, and because Arnold has an amazing droid team modded correctly, and
I'm so surprised.
And I'm so surprised. And I could only beat it with JKR. So, but everybody in chat, everybody in my guild is saying it's Bastila lead. Fine, I will figure it out. Maybe I'll make a video about it because it's driving me crazy. And it's almost gotten to the point where I no longer use Jedi to take out Grievous. I've actually been depending on Darth Revan. Like, I actually won't do it anymore.
So I'm curious about your Relic 7. So out of all the 7s, you've got Grievous, you've got General Kenobi, and scroll down a bit. Do you have any others?
I have one more.
and Anakin.
Okay, yeah.
So why those three? I think Grievous makes a ton of sense to me. I think Anakin makes a ton of sense to me. Why General Kenobi?
Okay, General Kenobi. Okay, so for the you don't know, definitely Jedi Anakin and Grievous were
They're no-brainers.
They were no-brainers.
Yeah.
Grievous is the most 7 relic character in the game. Anakin, I believe, is the second, and mostly has to do with his ship, and he's just because he's a pure damage output guy, right?
I have my Anakin almost to Relic 7. He's Relic 6, and he's my favorite Relic investment.
Yes.
I love.
So, and Kenobi is solely a function of ships and mirror matches with the negotiator.
Wow.
It has no other purpose.
Isn't that sad that you would have to Relic 7 a character just to not use that character?
Some of these characters, like Fives, Anakin, Ahsoka, all of them had ships and important characters at the same time.
Which is nice. It's silver lining, but I don't know. This is my personal opinion. I hate how something like that would influence it. But you do still get benefit out of a Relic 7 General Kenobi, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I do, but there's no downside for Ahsoka, Fives.
Yeah. Oh, I love my Ahsoka.
Grievous is a ship.
Yeah,
Grievous is a ship.
But
Anakin's a ship.
People
Kenobi's
aren't
a
Relic
ship.
7ing their Grievous just for the ship. I mean, they might think about it more now, but people were rushing to that relic just for the arena benefit, or for the grand arena benefit. So.
Sure, but General Kenobi in negotiating mirror matches, speed is everything, and it becomes a very weird matchup when your negotiator goes second. It becomes you have to play it differently. You actually have to start with Ahsoka in the opening lineup instead of Fives. It gets really tricky.
Yeah, I just wish that they cut it off at relics. Like maybe Gear 13 matters, but don't make relics influence it. But
they kind of done that a little bit with the new ships where they're crewless
characters,
and they're actually.
I hope they continue that trend.
They're tuned for 7 relics, so that's interesting to me. So and as far as the other characters that I put the relics on, I think the Sith Empire is kind of a no-brainer, and then Echo. And Rex makes sense. And for me, the next 2 on my list are...
I was just going to ask you. So everyone pretty much makes sense, but who's next on the docket?
Okay, so there's actually 4 characters that I wish I had at Relic right now. And some of it has to do with what they do with Hux. So there's the ARC Trooper and General Skywalker. And I also see a lot of value in Raid Han and Chewbacca being at Relics.
How close are you to General Skywalker being 7 stars? I saw he was 6 stars, right? Okay, so 40 out of 100. So yeah, that's coming up. You should probably start farming that piece.
Well, we chose to go Geonosis light side instead of Hoth, so that's slowing the process down a little bit. But you can see that I've got 60 plus 85, so that's going to take a minute.
Which reminds me, we got to talk about this Malik here.
Okay.
Malik is one of my favorite Relic characters, and you don't have him at Gear 13 yet. That's just because of, did you just run into an issue with the shards where once you finally, because you didn't get Malik the first time, you got him the second time, right?
Right, got him the second time.
Have you just not had time with all that currency once General Skywalker came?
I didn't save as much currency as I should have. A lot of people waited and hoarded 6 months worth of currency. I just didn't do that.
So that's how far you got to Malik and before General Skywalker?
Yes, and then I basically
I
made a decision. Do I want to be like one of the first people on my shard to have a General Skywalker?
You made the right decision.
Or do I want to finish up Malik? So
I think you made the right call.
I would have a 7-star Malik today if it
weren't for General Anakin.
Yeah. He would still be at 5 stars, basically.
I think you made the right call because Malik, he'll work pretty decently at Gear 11. Right. Anakin seems almost worthless.
This character I've gotten no benefit out of yet. None.
Yeah,
I haven't.
That's amazing.
So
$700 shell of a character, like you said.
It's shell of a character, and tomorrow's Grand Arena will be the first time I've actually set him in a squad modded. First time tomorrow. Wow. Not used him once.
And how long has it been since the event?
I don't know.
A month?
Nothing. No benefit whatsoever. And if I get 0 wins out of this 3 versus 3, then the character has been completely useless. Really.
Hoard harder.
It's really about hoarding. I'm pretty excited about being at 7 stars. At least him being scary. Yeah. Counterattack at 200,000 is no joke. I think that's going to be good. But then I also see the value in relicking out Han and Chewie because that also increases the damage output on the MILF. the Millennium Falcon.
I've ran into the ship teams that have the Relic on Han and Chewie, and that Falcon is disgusting.
Yep.
That sucks to go against.
And
I've
then-
lost because of it.
And
I've
then
lost.
the 4 Relic Genoshan, not only is there a ship, which is going to be important under the Malevolence,
Right.
but that is a scary. That is not a easy match with the trio once you have
Definitely not.
have a 4 Relic Genoshan. And so I did that in response to being destroyed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just
Well, that has a powerful effect on you, right? There's one thing to watch a video and see, oh, this team works really well. And another thing to feel like, wow, I just got wrecked. What do I need to do to fix that? I need to wail harder right here.
Well, and then it's just like, if it's a problem for me, it's a problem for somebody else. And,
Right, totally.
And I don't know if I would have took the Genoshan spy up to Relic 4 if he didn't have a ship. But he does, as a ship.
And you get a lot of benefit out of the spy. I mean, we said in my video, spy is one of the top characters I wish I had relicked. But
Yeah, I mean, it's a good ship.
it's so far on my priority list. There's so many other characters.
All right, so, well, guess what time it is?
Giveaway?
Yes.
Giveaway!
Now, this is going to be your absolute favorite giveaway that we've ever done on this channel, and it's
I can't wait
just
for
for you,
this.
Cubs. So
Okay.
I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star Greedo shot first.
This is not a scam.
I actually remember.
You're pitching lies.
I remember watching that in the theater, and I go, "That is dumb." Like, why? It changed the whole feeling of Han being a badass.
Greedo even got a shot off.
Yeah,
The people have a misconception that Han shot first is about which shot fired first.
no. You just think.
It is about the fact that Greedo shot never existed.
Yes,
They added it in later.
Yes, in the original, and I, because I had the VHS and grew up on it, and watched it over and
Yeah.
over. It was just like Han Solo was like, bam, like out of nowhere, just
It was perfect.
cold-blooded.
Why
Like,
change it? And now they changed it again on Disney Plus. Did you hear about that?
well, they synced it almost the same, so it looks like a
And
simultaneous
they
shot.
added a word. Greedo says something else now before the shot. So, yeah, so if you watch that, just remember, we're all about the pure original version.
Now that Lucas is out of the picture, Disney can have the power to like recreate like the cinematic releases remastered.
I don't know how complete the contract is. I feel like there might be some kind of protection, but they did add that word. It wasn't there before until.
Can they take out all of the CGI? Get rid of the weird singing in Jabba's palace.
I wish they would,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And just have like the cinematic releases, remaster it, Blu-ray it, 4K it,
Cinematic release.
Cinematic release.
I would love that.
Cinematic release remastered.
Disney, if you're watching this, I will pay.
I'll pay for
take
cinematic
my money.
release.
Take his money.
I'll pay
make
for
it
cinematic
happen.
release.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, put it in theaters. Why not?
Why not? A cinematic release. No CG. I don't want any CG in it. At least not any noticeable CG.
Because that CG's so crappy. Like it's not like it is.
Well, because
today.
it was early 2000. It was 1990s CG.
It was. I think it was
late
97.
97 to 99.
97, and then Phantom Menace came out in 99. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was bad. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and keep on gaming.
See you guys.
Bye. All right.